Are you feeling like a failure? Did you know that you can actually overcome failures and succeed? If you fail, never give up, because I found out what fail really means and I want to share it with you today. FAIL means first attempt in learning. So take careful note that failures are a part of life. If you don't fail, you don't learn. If you don't learn, you'll never change. And today I want to talk about overcoming those failures or feelings of failure to reach success. And I'll cover 3 important pointers. 1, I will break down for you some of the ideas behind unhealthy views of failure. Secondly, I will also let you know when is a good time just to sit back and relax. And the third thing I'll cover is I will answer the question, when will you likely be overcome with emotion and less capable of using sound logic to increase your chances of success later down the road? You definitely don't want to miss this one, so don't switch the channel. I will be right back after this brief intro to the channel. Today I'm talking directly about overcoming failure. So what are some ideas behind unhealthy views of failure? When we think of the word failure, we often use it to describe a situation in which our desired goals were not realized at a specific point in time. And there are many reasons that could have played a part in your goal not being realized. And know this, absolutely none of them have to do with your value as a person. So let's break down some of the ideas behind unhealthy views of failure, and let us see how taking a more positive approach can help you realize success. Let's look at a real life situation. Early in my nursing career, there was an available position on a specialized unit, and I applied for it and I was called for an interview. And I felt really good and I thought I would get this position, but I didn't. Disappointing. But this doesn't make me a failure, although there was a part of me that felt like a failure because this position meant so much to me. But I came to realize that this only meant that under those special circumstances, the interviewer had specific requirements for that position that she believed I did not have to be a part of that particular team at that point in time. You see what I'm getting at? And I was really curious why I didn't get the job, so I asked. She was honest enough to let me know. And she said, Janice, I don't think you were assertive enough for this position, and that role called for a more forceful personality. Well, some you win, some you learn, right? So let's look at another point. When we have a goal that we really want to achieve and we find ourselves not reaching it, most of the pain comes from the attachment that we place on the outcome. So when we look at the first example that I gave you about me not getting that position, if I'm to define my own value and worth as a person by whether or not I get a certain position, then the truth is I'm just setting myself up for that ugly 7-letter word, failure. And I should add that it is for this same reason that those who value trying their best regardless of the outcome have more confident and unwavering views of themselves. And I would like to hear from you. Type in the comments below and let me know, do you find that sometimes you're attached to the outcome? And if you are, would you be willing to make an effort to do your best regardless of the outcome? Let me know. I would like to know. So just stay engaged with me here today, all right? If you're new to this channel, my name is Janice Smith, and I'm a Christian as well as a registered nurse and a transformational life coach, and I'm committed to fulfilling my purpose of bringing hope to you by sharing what I have learned from my own life experiences, as well as share all that I'm learning now on how our lives can be empowered with the Word of God and how we can live joyful lives in spite of the obstacles we face day after day. You too can value doing your best regardless of the outcome when you realize that you're not responsible for certain outcomes after you do everything in your power to achieve them. So I mentioned earlier in the video that I would tell you when is a good time to really sit back and relax. When is that? If you are already currently doing everything in your power to achieve an outcome, and you can also take solace in the understanding that you're doing everything you can and cannot ask more of yourself, then guess what? It's time to sit back and relax, and as some would say, let go and let God. And there's a saying that I really love, and it says, do your best, don't settle for less, and God will do the rest. So my encouragement to you is, if you feel that you're not currently doing everything in your power to achieve an outcome, then start doing it today. It may be worthwhile just to step back and assess and just ask yourself whether or not this is a matter of a deficit in a particular skill set, or something in which allowing yourself more time to reach the original goal is all that is needed. And I have found out that these are the questions we need to ask ourselves when we're encountering roadblocks to the outcomes that we want to achieve. I like to keep my promises, and I did promise you that I would answer the question, when will you likely be overcome with emotion and less capable of using sound logic to increase your chances of success later down the road? And it's a simple answer. As soon as you begin attaching your self-worth to these outcomes. In order for you to overcome failure, you must experience a dramatic shift in your outlook on the meaning of failure and success. Everyone has their own desire. And if you're in acting, for example, no matter how much you want to be a Hollywood movie star, if the steps you're capable of taking to bring yourself closer to that goal are limited at this point in time, you'll be subjecting yourself to a constant state of stress by continually expecting yourself to achieve greater results. If you want to change your thinking about these fundamental concepts, patience will be your friend. And it is also a virtue that nearly all successful individuals possess in ample amounts. I have 3 encouragement for you, but before I get into that, have you subscribed to this channel as yet? Remember to hit that red subscribe button to be notified of all the new uploads that help you to be your best self. So I want you to remember these 3 encouragement from me to you. 1, never give up, not even in the face of adversity, because Proverbs 24:10 says, if you faint in the day of adversity, thy strength is small. So be strong, not in your own strength, but in the Lord. And Ephesians 6:10 says, finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and the power of his might. The second thing I want to encourage you to do is keep trying. Philippians 4:13 says, I can do all things through Christ, which strengtheneth me. So try and try again. You can only fail if you stop trying. And know this truth, that you can move forward with God's strength. And my third encouragement to you is, do the best you can and focus on the process instead of the outcome. And guess what? The final result will be success. Proverbs 16:3 says, commit thy works unto the Lord, and thy thoughts shall be established. So it means that the best chance of success comes when you commit what you're doing to the all-knowing God. Here's what you need to do today. Ask yourself, how has your view of failure impacted your thoughts and your actions in the past? Imagine what your life would look like if you were free of the fear of failure. And remember these tips. Don't feel threatened by failure. Know that there's nothing wrong with feeling bad. And the next thing you want to do is study yourself. Also remember to accept failure as part of the process and let it inspire you. Because what I've learned is that what I'm defining as failure could be an open door to something even greater beyond my understanding. And for sure, keep looking ahead and daily make sure to develop healthy habits and avoid picking up bad habits. Failure is simply the opportunity to begin again, and this time more intelligently. And that was from Henry Ford. Thank you so much for joining.